Well, good evening, folks. It is 6 o'clock. It is February 27th and Tuesday, February 27th. We're in the council chambers of the city of Platteville, and I hereby call the regularly scheduled meeting of the Common Council to order. Nicola, we'll start with roll call. Here.
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 Here. Here.
Todd Casper,
Here.
Ken Killian.
Here.
Hey, folks, tonight, first of all, welcome. We have a Webelow pack in the audience, Webelow pack 89 from Platteville, so welcome. And we also have several students from what I believe are all from the Introduction to Infrastructure class at UW Platteville. I see some heads nodding, so great. Welcome to all of you. Tonight we start with a presentation, the annual tourism report, and I invite Executive Director of the Platteville Regional Chamber, Wayne Woodars, to the podium. Wayne, do you need that? No.
Yes, I'm going to have Jody show a little video, but I'm going to speak first.
Oh, okay.
So I want to thank the council and the city manager for allowing me an hour to speak tonight. Just kidding. Just kidding. I did provide you all with 57 pages of documentation previously, so I shouldn't need to speak too much tonight, but I did try to save a few trees and put some of these things in a PowerPoint, and I did include some of them in a few of the folders. It gets kind of cumbersome to make photocopies of some of our print ads and whatever, but just want to start with the fact that 2023 was a good year for us. We started some initiatives in 2023, actually in 2022, that carried over into 2023. And we saw results in many of those things. And then probably the biggest change we made in 2023 was that we added a staff person to start taking care of some of our tourism marketing coordinating. And she's doing social media for us. And I did include a page in your folders with that, with some of the details of how that new Facebook post and page has really been elevating our viewership and our readership in what we're doing. So as you look through some of the documentation, you'll see that the number of our visitors was up this year. We sent out a lot more mailings. We had distributed more brochures, 36,000 versus 28,000 last year. I thought it was important to include in our report the EV car charging stations. We had not had those in the past, so we had 77 vehicles, utilized those for a total of over 1,700 kilowatt hours. Now, I don't know how many kilowatt hours it takes to drive 10, 20, 30 miles, but it's a start. It gives us some data so we can track that each year. So just spelled out kind of how we spent the money for 2023 and some of the initiatives that we put forward. So with that, I think I'll have Jody, if she can bring up a video. We did do a little digital marketing and just ran a couple of things. This is a 30-second spot that we did to kick off National Tourism Week to promote our Platteville Guide, and we did it again in the fall to promote last-minute vacations. Just a little teaser to get people interested in our community, showing many of our events and gatherings and things. It kind of made it a fun look to encourage people to come here, see what we've got to offer, and maybe stay, play, and eventually maybe even live here. So then she's going to actually also show through the PowerPoint some of the print ads that we did throughout the course of the year. Every June 1st now, it's been delayed. The state puts out the comparison numbers from one year to the next. So I did include that in your packet. So from 2022 to 2021, the state saw an increase in economic impact of 13% in tourism, which was sizable amount. There were only 9 counties that exceeded or equaled what Grant County did. We were at 13.8, so we were better than the state average for that. So I think that says something. People felt that Grant County was a safe place to come and visit. I thought it was interesting. I looked at Door County, and Door County only had a 9.7% increase. You would think they would be much greater than that, but I think people were still kind of leery about COVID and other things, didn't want to be around large numbers of people. So that was a positive for us. So I guess I'll entertain any questions. Like I said, I gave you 57 pages of documentation, and I thought I'd just come and present some questions for you. Does anyone have any questions?
Okay, questions for Wayne and the work of the tourism dollars really collected through our hotel
Tax, yep.
room tax and then the chamber in general.
Yep, and I should state too that I just received the fourth quarter report, which is included in your packets last week. So it was a last minute addition to your packets, but unfortunately, we stopped our break. We were at 6 consecutive quarters of increases compared to the previous year. So we must be doing something right to see that volume change. The fourth quarter from last year was only $1,000 less than the year before. So we're still on target. And once we get that 4th hotel open, I think you're going to see some results. That's tentatively scheduled yet for this year. So we'll see what happens with that.
And Wayne, for the benefit of those in the audience, can you tell people where they would find the chamber office? For instance, if their parents were coming to town and.
We're located on Business Highway 151, next to Uno's, Pizzeria Uno's, or across from the laundromat. Las Palmas is down there as well. So it's a log cabin building. You can't miss it. So. Yes, Ken.
I read through the white pages here and I just have a small question. It's on page 4.
Of which section?
Page 4 of the regional chamber survey.
Okay.
Second set of white pages.
And what was your question?
My question is, just to finish out a little typo there. So on top of page 4, the second line, it says the, excuse me, the Miners Ball sponsorship, and that you gave them, it says 1,000,000.
It's $1,000.
$1,000, and what did that go to? So some of these things you spell out more what you did.
That was a sponsorship for the Miners Ball. We were a platinum sponsor for that. So that was towards their fundraising efforts to host the Miners Ball and to gain more receipts from their door prizes and the event. So we upped our sponsorship to that event from $500 the previous years to $1,000. I just think it was,
Okay.
we're in a situation where we can do that. That's one of our largest attractions in our community, so we should support it fully.
Kathy?
I don't have a question, Wayne, but I do, for the public's information and reinforce it for not only the council, but city staff. It's pretty surprising what the lodging business does for the Platteville community. The receipts for the year of 2023 from our hotels was $5.4 million. They had exempt receipts of $1 million, and exempt receipts are like for nonprofit groups,
Or
university
university or city people.
yeah, but the taxable receipts, with the room tax rate being 5%, the total room tax was $220,000, and of that, the partnership that we have with the chamber and the city receives 28% of that. So it's one of the few partnerships the community that the city has with a community partner that actually brings money into the city budget. And that amount of money for 2023 was $60,564, and that goes into our city budget. So that's pretty significant. So, great job. You had a great year, looking for great things to happen, and keep it going.
Thank you for the support. And I encourage any of you, if you ever have questions about what we're doing, what an expense is for, stop down. We can show you. I want to be as transparent as I can what we're doing with the money that we're getting in. So, and I don't know if any of you, I know these were placed out in front, but the new guide is out. So if you didn't get one, it looks like I have to restock already. So you must be pushing these, Clint, because they're going like hotcakes. So. Yes, Bob.
Wayne, I had a question. I read that you rent part of that building. And is that because, does the chamber operate independently from the Welcome Center? Or I just was curious why you only rent part
Yeah,
of that building. I thought you had the whole building.
It's a partnership that the Welcome Center is paying rent for that portion of the building.
Okay.
So, yep,
So the chamber owns the building.
right,
And the Welcome Center rents then from the
Yep.
chamber.
yep.
Lynn?
So I just wanted to tell you, thank you for such a wonderful presentation of Platteville and the representation of Platteville. If I were touring through, I would love to stop through and see. I love the fact that there is diversity all over that. And so I wanted to applaud your team and just tell them thank you so much. I love how it's being represented.
Thank you. We don't often hear compliments like that when people look through our guides. It's always, you're missing this, you're missing that. So- and it's so hard. We try to give it a fresh look each and every year, update the text, make sure that it's cohesive with what the public school system wants us to report, the university and the hospitals. And that's hard for us to keep those statistics. So it gets passed around quite a lot. It's a big undertaking. So
Yeah.
thank you.
I did want to know though, how could more community, like how are we passing that video that you like? Was that just put together for us to see, or is that video
That was
public?
that was on, we did digital media through the shopping news. And so it went out to some demographics that we picked for people that would be keying on words, vacation, trips, that type of thing. So-
I was gonna say, because that would be really keen to have for like attachment to like the hotels that are out here and that kind of thing. Or, like,
And
got
we've
Dairy
talked
Days
about that
and
too, creating having those videos available for the
Yeah.
hotels to see on their screens and
stuff. Yeah,
whatnot. So
I'm excited about
Yep.
that. That's a good job.
and we're also working on doing more digital media. So it's just a learning curve. We're finally getting to that point where we can do that. And if you check out our Discover Platteville, Wisconsin, the new Facebook page, when you bring that up, you'll see that there's a video already there showing the winter scenes, which we didn't have much winter, but it still is timely. We'll be switching that to spring.
Get out there.
Over
A
it.
short-
You have to get out there when the
over
snow is on the ground, Wayne, so that might be, like 2:00 this morning.
Yep. So-
Maybe between 2 and 2:15.
Oh, Lord. But thank you though.
Any other questions?
Wayne, I see that you have some dreams that you have not, you have some aspirations, dreams, one of them being additional drone footage. What kind of expense are you talking about in that regard?
I don't think it would be that expensive, Barb, but it's just we have to find the right person, and we have sampled a few people. We've done some in-kind work with them and created some things, but and actually some of the video was done via drone as well. So we just are looking for more maybe event video and that type of thing. So we'll keep experimenting with that.
Okay, don't worry, I won't buy a drone.
My husband has 4. My husband has 4.
He has 4. Well, then, he should get out there and do it, whatever it is that you do. All right, thank you, Wayne.
All right, thank you for your time.
All righty. Okay, let's move to the next portion of our agenda, which is consideration of the consent agenda. The following items may be approved on a single motion and vote due to their routine nature. We have the council minutes from February 13th, regular meeting. We have payments of bills. Tonight, I have one appointment to the Board of Review. That would be a renewal of Tom Osting to the Board of Review. He had served a partial term. He has agreed to serve a full term. So Tom, then we have licenses. We have to extend the premises, Class B combination beer and liquor license for MPK Rock LLC Platteville, with Lisa Haas as the agent for the premises at 130-140 Market Street. This is what we know sometimes as 50/50. We have 1- and 2-year operator licenses to serve and sell alcohol, as were in your packet. We have a temporary Class B license to sell fermented malt beverage and wine to Platteville Dairy Days at the Broski Center for an event that they're hosting on Thursday, April 11th from 4 to 10 p.m. This would be the combination Mac and Cheese Fest and the Packers Tailgate Tour. And then we have a banner permit for August 15th to September 9th for Platteville Dairy Days. Any motion?
I'll move to approve the consent agenda as
And Todd?
I'll second.
Todd seconded, so we have a motion by Kathy and a second by Todd to approve the consent agenda as presented. Nicola will vote.
Doss,
Yes.
Parrot,
Yes.
Cobb,
Yes.
Otts,
Yes.
Gates,
Yes.
Casper,
Yes.
Killian.
Yes.
Okay, I've had one person who has asked to speak during citizens' comments, observations, and petitions. So I'll call on John Phelps from the UW Platteville Student Senate.
Everyone, so I'm John Phelps, 1000 Greenwood Avenue. As you said, I'm John Phelps. I said that too. Nice. I'm a little nervous. So I'm the director of legislators at Student Senate. So I look at bills in Congress, national, state, local, things related to the students. And I just want to let the council know that last Wednesday, some members of the Student Senate and myself went to the Capitol to meet with some representatives to just talk about, because they're not planning a budget right now or anything, and the session was ending. So we were just telling our stories as students about what life has been like on campus as state funding covering tuition has been going down over the past 40 years. And as Platteville has been reconciling its $10 million budget deficit, which I'm sure you guys are aware of, and will be balanced by the end of the fiscal year. That's what the chancellor says. So, that was really it. We had some good discussions. Students were able to be in the Capitol, attend an open floor session for the assembly. So we got to see them voting on bills and having debate too. But yeah, that's all I have to say. If there's any questions about Student Senate or the campus.
Good for you.
Yeah,
Good
Thank
for
you.
you.
Great job.
Happy to see you involved in
Yeah.
that.
Thank you.
Good. Thank you. Okay, we'll move on to the next portion of our agenda, which are the reports. Reports in your packet tonight were the Library Board, Lynn,
No addition.
the Water and Sewer Commission, Kathy or Ken?
No
Nothing.
addition.
Community Safe Routes Committee. Jason.
Just the big thing right now is that we're finishing up the pedestrian, bike and pedestrian, plan. Yeah, thanks.
And so, if I recall right, there's a public hearing on that on Monday night, March 4th. I don't know why I wanted to say the 6th. March 4th at 7 p.m. It would be the first item on the Plan Commission agenda that night? Right. So the Plan Commission materials are posted on the platteville.org website under boards and commissions, packets, or whatever. You can find it there. It's a very big packet, so I'm sure that there's also a paper copy probably in the library. Library? Is that where we put the paper copy?
We should also have one here too, don't we?
All right. So there should be a paper copy in the library if somebody wants to see it. There would also be a paper copy here at City Hall if somebody wants to see that. It's a very large packet. Okay. If there's no questions on that, we'll move on to the next portion of our agenda, which is the action portion. And we have the contract 8-24 highway painting. Howard.
Yes, thank you. Annually, we have a contract to paint center lines and do other pavement markings on our highways and other long stretches. We have 4 roads that we plan on doing, a base bid, and then 3 alternates. We received 2 bids, one from Century Traffic and the other from Mega Rentals. Low bid is from Mega Rentals. They have not done work for us in the past, but they have done work for DOT in multiple locations and have good reviews from the DOT project managers. Our budget is $30,000. The bid, including all 3 alternates, comes in at $29,755 and 75 cents. So we are recommending awarding the contract with all alternates to Mega Rentals at that bid price.
Okay, questions of Howard on this contract? I have one question. Is there a time limit on this contract? I mean, is there a time they're supposed to have this done?
Yes, we've basically told them to do it during the summer months because the primary road is College Drive, and I want to make sure that it's done during the summer break.
During summer break.
It won't take them more than a day, maybe 2 days to do all 4 roads, but they'll have from graduation until start of semester to get it all done.
Anybody else with questions?
How long does the painting last? How many years?
This type normally lasts about 5 years.
If there are no other questions, I would take a motion.
Make a motion. I move to award contract 8-24 highway painting with alternates A, B, and C to Mega Rentals Incorporated at the bid price of $29,755.75.
Second it.
Okay, we have a motion by Bob and a second by Lynn to award contract 8-24 highway painting. Nicola will vote.
Doss,
Yes.
Parrot,
Yes.
Cop,
Yes.
Otts,
Yes.
Gates,
Yes.
Casper,
Yes.
Killian.
Yes.
Well, folks, I know it's not been a long meeting. We have no information items, which means I'm seeking only one more motion.
I move to adjourn.
I second it.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn from Ken and Lynn. Nicola will vote.
Doss,
Yes.
Parrot,
Yes.
Cop,
Yes.
Otts,
Yes.
Gates,
Yes.
Casper,
Yes.
Killian.
Yes.
Motion carried. And we're adjourned in 22 minutes.